So I was sent this video, and this video activated the super feminist in me. Now, I have been a stay at home mom for the longest, so I know that I know what our jobs entail. But there was this content creator that was talking about women's roles and how women should just be happy to do this. And, it is cool that you get to stay at home with your children all day, but not everybody, not every woman is going to want to just fall in line with that. And we have got to get to a place where we understand that not every woman is going to want to do that. Women should have the opportunity to pick and choose if they want to stay at home, if they want to have kids, and that is perfectly fine. Strict gender roles, they're not it. We don't have those anymore. And these men that keep bumping up against women, they're learning that women are going to push back because not everybody wants to wake up and simply have their days defined by cooking and cleaning. Anyways, I want you to hear this audio. I put a picture behind it because I'm not going to send any more people to see his video.
Okay, so the past 24 hours have been really interesting about this gender roles thing. I've gotten the opportunity to talk to a lot of women about it, and I honestly have gotten a lot of good responses. A lot of women have said, "Hey, this is amazing, and I haven't even really thought about this." And a lot of them are really interested in staying at home, and but their number one thing about it is they're not really sure what they would do with all of their time. They're not really sure what they would do with all their time, and a lot of them think they would be bored. And so I did some research and just kind of a life experience. One of my ex-girlfriends, I'll never forget, I went and visited her family in Germany, and her father owns a business, and the mom was a stay-at-home mom. And I'll never forget, we go and visit. It's this nice house in a German town, and when it was time for breakfast, she had made breakfast for us. When it was time for lunch, she had made lunch for us. When it was time for dinner, she had made dinner for us. Along with that, she was cleaning the house and doing laundry and taking care of my ex-girlfriend's younger brother. So, that took up her entire day. I'm not even kidding you. She's one of the happiest women I've ever met. And so I honestly think, just from that experience, I think a lot of women just haven't thought about the reality really is that you'd be able to cook and clean and take care of your kids for your family. And that really would take up an entire day. You go meal by meal, or during the week, cleaning the house, doing the laundry, taking care of the kids. That would actually take up a lot of time. If you think 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 5 p.m., it would actually take up a lot of time. So I think there are some women out there that have said, no, I don't want to do that. But I honestly think just women haven't really thought about, okay, yeah, what would I do if I stayed home? And this is basically what they would do. Another thing, I did some other research, and online it basically says, if you research 1800s culture on this, basically they talk about the women would cook, clean, and sew. So sewing was a thing also, and women would actually sew for their families. They would actually sew clothes for their families, and so it was a fun thing. It was the family really. I think it was a fun thing, but the family also really needed clothes, and so. I think on top of that, women getting to hang out spend time with other women who are staying at home, playing music, things. You know, I think, again, a lot of women are interested in staying home. They just don't know exactly what they would do with their time. And I think these are things they would do with their time. And so I think it's very interesting.
Now you need to listen to what he thinks that men should have or men should be doing in these manly roles. And he's like, he wants to go back to a time like the 1800s, the time before women actually had rights, before Black people were fully human, those 1800s. And, the family belonged to the man. And he actually used the word belonged. It literally just activated something in my spirit. Like, These people simply believe that they own women. So you have got to listen to this and see you like what are these people on? I have no idea, but go ahead and listen to Billy in this one.
After talking to women about the gender roles, about the man going to work and the woman staying home and taking care of the kids, which a lot of them, I'd say most of them, are in favor of, one of the biggest complaints, or the biggest complaints I hear from women about men in America, is that they're not masculine and they're not mature. And I did some research on a man's role in the house in the 1800s, and I thought it was interesting. I found out that literally the man would be the man of the household, and his wife and his kids actually they belong to him. And so on top of working, taking care of the house, paying the bills, working on the property, he would have to make sure that his wife and his kids were doing okay. He was basically running the show of the family. And this doesn't exist in today's America. And I think this is something that men should totally be able to do. I, as a man, totally want to do this. Be the man of the household and have this power over my family, rightfully so, and be a good person, be a good father, you know. But this doesn't exist in America. But I think right now, if we we'll assume that, right? But if we take a look at this system, the man being the man of the household and the wife and the kids belonging to him, that dominance, that I think is the first step of, that is the masculinity that a lot of women think men in today's America don't have. And so I think men in America, we need to return to really being brought up as and working to be the man of the household. And you got to do a good job, but we really need to work up to being the man of the household again. On the maturity thing, I think most men in America, we need to start practicing our faith more. I think we need to have a purpose, put your career first, put yourself and your career first so you have a successful relationship with your girlfriend or a successful marriage. And I think just being honesty is so important. I'd say faith, honesty, and purpose. Those are the three like first things just to really achieve more maturity. But yeah, I think men in America, we need to return to being the men of the households, and we need to be more mature. I honestly think I'm doing a pretty good job, but we gotta, as men in America, we have to start working on this.
When you see, when you hear, when you read what these Christo fascists are looking to do, they are looking to go back to a time where the women and children did belong to a man, where women didn't have the opportunities to get their own money to go to work. So they had no choice but to smile and be happy about cooking and cleaning. And that was the crux of their day. We are not going to go back to a time that Billy described, and this is one of the reasons why I believe that these conservative men are having such a hard time in the dating field, because they start to talk, and what he just said, it comes out, and they can't hide that they literally expect basically a personal servant. Anyways, I want to know what you think. Jump in the comments and don't forget to like, comment, and share.